subscribers, it is me, Cheddar Cheese Gaming. I completely forgot what this video is going to be about. 1 second. Yes, it is Jump on the Trent episode. Crap, is it 6? I think it's 6. We're going to go with 6. If it's not 6, screw you. Let's just jump into it. So as you could probably tell by the title of this video, this is going to be story time, and it's about the time I lost my dog and got arrested on the same day. On that happy note, we're going to just do this. So, it all started one day. So it was a Monday, but I had off from school that day because of some holiday. I don't know. But apparently not a lot of other schools got off for this holiday. So the day before, Sunday, my sister had slept over at her friend's house. And me, of course, being the oldest, was sent to pick her up for some reason. And it was, I don't know, around 7, 8-ish. And I decided to bring my dog. So I went out. I was too lazy to get changed. I went in my pajamas, and I just started walking my dog. And I didn't get too far before I started to feel my dog struggle. And so I looked at her, and she was just like trying to break away. And I figured, oh, she must have seen like a squirrel or something. She gets easily excited. So I tugged on the leash to get her to stop, but she kept struggling. So I just kept walking until I felt the leash suddenly become like extremely light. I turned around and saw my dog standing there without a collar. The collar had slipped off, and everything went still. So I'm going to interrupt the story quickly to tell you that no, I did not actually lose my dog. In fact, she is right here. Aren't you, Luces? That's right, yes you are. I'm sorry. Okay, that's good for you. Let's put that in the title of your clickbait. But no, my dog did not actually get away. Here's what actually did happen. So where was I? So yeah, my dog, her collar had slipped off her, and everything stood still. Luckily, she was just as shocked as I was, so I was able to practically dive for her. And I scooped her up, and at this point, she wasn't a tiny dog. She was pretty big and heavy. So again, I scooped her up and carried her home. And I wasn't that far away, probably like, I don't know, maybe like 500 feet, probably closer to 700. But when you're walking, dragging a collar, she also had a cone on, by the way, because she had just gotten surgery. Dragging a collar and a cone, and carrying a heavy dog that every 30 seconds tries to struggle and break and get me to let go. It feels like a lot longer. So after what felt like, I don't know, 10 hours, but was probably just like 10 minutes, I got back home and put her down. Everyone in the house was shocked, and I decided, no, I'm still gonna pick up my sister. So I left Reese's at home and started to walk back. So earlier in this video, I stated two things. One, not a lot of schools got off this day. And two, I was in my pajamas. So I got a little bit farther this time, and I passed the school, and I guess it was around drop-off time because there were a bunch of parents who were picking up their kids. And I noticed a bunch of them giving me, like, some weird looks. So, but I ignored it. And, I didn't get to the house. I looked for the house, I couldn't find it, turned back, whatever. I didn't really care. Sorry. But when I got back, like, some of the parents were starting to get really suspicious. And they started asking me questions like, where do you live? How old are you? Now, I wasn't like a little kid. This was like not less than a year ago. So I just said, I'm just going for a walk. And that's when I remembered, I'm in my pajamas. And a lot of people don't have off from school. So I'm not sure, but what I think is going through a lot of their minds is, what is this child doing on a school day in his pajamas? Did he run away on his own? Did he run away from home? What? So, yeah, I just sort of ran away, and I kept on walking until I turned the corner into my road, and at this point my house was just a few driveways down, until I got stopped by a police car. Okay, I have to confess something. I didn't get arrested. I'm sorry. I don't want to lie, but I also don't want to lose viewers because I want views. So, yeah, here's what actually happened. So the police car stopped me, and some people, and so there's a cop in it, and they started asking me pretty much the same question the parents did. Hey, where do you live? Where are your parents? How old are you? And I answered them a bit more honestly because, these were the cops, pretty serious. And so they asked me who my parents were, and my dad wasn't home, so I just said my mom's name. And so I thought I was answering it pretty well, until I realized that, so my answers, the way I said them might not have sounded like I was telling the truth. Because when I said a few driveways down, they're probably thinking I was just telling them that I live close so I could get away. Because if I was running away from home, which apparently I'm assuming a lot of the parents who called the police on me, what the heck? So, thought that I ran away. And so when I said my mom's name, at the time my mom was running for city council, so she put up signs across the city, and there's like a sign right next to it. So the couple thought he just got that name from the poster. He's not actually gonna give us his mom's name, so they told me to get in their car, and I was like kind of freaked out. I was like, oh God. And I insisted that, again, my house was just a few driveways down, but they didn't believe me. So I got in the car, and they stayed outside and talked, and I heard they have a walkie-talkie thing or a radio in the car, and I heard it, like, they were saying stuff like, yeah, we got a few reports from parents that some kid that looked like 8 years old was walking along by himself. First of all, 8 years old? Apparently, a wearing the cuffs and they talked to my parents, I looked young for my age, which, by the way, I find very offensive. What was that? But yeah, they thought I was younger than I actually was, so I told them how old I really was. They probably didn't believe me, because why would they? Why am I doing that? So they drove me the few driveways down, and we got to the door, and they knocked on the door, and my mom answered, and she looked terrified. But yeah, they asked her a few questions. They confirmed that what I was saying was the truth, and they said that the only reason they pulled me over because the parents thought I was like pretty young. But since I was 11, that seemed like young and old enough to walk by myself. So yeah. On a side note, a little bit of an epilogue. Just a few minutes later, my mom had cooked breakfast for me. I think it was like bacon or bacon. We don't really eat bacon. So yeah, I was getting really excited for that. I went up to change out of my pajamas, and I came down, and the dog had eaten my bacon. What the heck? Is that how you take gratitude for me for saving your life? So yeah, I guess that's the end of the story. And I promise you the story is 100% true. I clarified all the things I was lying about. Everything else was true. So yeah, I guess that's the video.